Drake just went nuclear on Universal Music Group, and I'm talking about a level of chaos that nobody saw coming. We're talking courtroom drama, copyright strikes, leaked tracks, and a beef that's about to tear the entire music industry apart. If you thought the Kendrick Lamar situation was spicy, be ready because Drake just declared war on his own label, and the fallout is absolutely insane. Okay, let's break this down from the beginning because this situation is layered like an onion, and every layer gets more shocking. For those who've been living under a rock, Drake and Universal Music Group have been in this messy legal battle ever since Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us and called our boy a certified pedophile on that track. Now, most people thought this was just rap beef, right? Wrong! Drake said, "Hold up, this isn't just hip-hop anymore," and took UMG to court for defamation. The man is claiming that his own label allowed Kendrick to destroy his reputation and didn't do enough to protect him. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. Just days ago, we witnessed some of the most explosive courtroom exchanges in recent memory. Judge Vargas, and let me tell you, this judge is not playing around. She's grilling both sides like she's running a barbecue. The judge straight up told UMG's lawyer, "You seem to say a diss track could never be defamatory. But New York law says the form is not dispositive." Translation, just because it's a rap song doesn't mean it can't be defamation. And that's a major problem for UMG's defense strategy. But wait, it gets better. When UMG tried to explain that Certified Pedophile was just a play on Certified Lover Boy, Judge Vargas hit them with the reality check of the century. Would the ordinary listener know the name of Drake's album? Boom! That's the million-dollar question right there. How many casual listeners connecting Drake to being called a pedophile would even know he had an album called Certified Lover Boy? The judge is basically saying that context matters, and if regular people don't get the reference, then it's just a straight-up defamatory statement. Here's where Drake's legal team absolutely demolished UMG's defense. They argued that Not Like Us wasn't just another rap battle track. It became a cultural phenomenon. We're talking about 300 million streams in 35 days, something no other song in music history has ever achieved. The track now sits at over 9 billion streams. Drake's lawyers essentially said, "Look, Your Honor, UMG took this song and turned it into something way bigger than a rap battle. They pushed it, promoted it, and made it into a cultural moment that destroyed our client's reputation on a global scale." And the judge? She's listening. She's asking the right questions like, what would a reasonable listener think? Because that's what matters in defamation cases. But if you thought the courtroom drama was intense, wait until you hear about what happened with Drake's 100 Gigs release. My man dropped a surprise package of unreleased footage and 3 brand new tracks, featuring Latto and 21 Savage. Fans were going crazy. Then, plot twist of the century, UMG, his own label, hit him with a copyright strike on August 9th. They literally removed his own music from his own website. Drake exposed this whole situation on his Finsta account at PlotTTwistTT, posting screenshots of UMG's copyright notification. The audacity is unreal. Your own label striking your own music? That's like your parents grounding you for being too successful. Now here's where things get really interesting, and I need y'all to pay attention because this is about to blow your minds. Word on the street is that Drake signed a massive deal with UMG back in 2021. We're talking about a contract that covers everything: recordings, publishing, merchandise, the whole 9 yards. But here's the kicker. There were reports that UMG tried to play mediator between Drake and Kendrick during their beef. UMG denied this, but think about it. They have both artists signed to their umbrella of labels. Kendrick's with Top Dog Entertainment and PG Lang, which have distribution deals with Interscope, which is owned by UMG. So UMG is literally profiting from both sides of this beef. They're making money off Kendrick calling Drake a pedophile and making money off Drake's response tracks. It's like being the house in a casino. You always win. The courtroom exchanges revealed just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Judge Vargas brought up some fascinating points that show she's done her homework. She mentioned the AI Tupac voice that Drake used, asking if she should view the entire rap battle context. But then she dropped this bombshell question. Wait, didn't Drake say Kendrick Lamar is not the biological father of his child? Y'all, the judge is basically saying, if we're talking about defamatory statements in rap battles, let's look at all the defamatory statements. This could open up a whole can of worms about what both artists said about each other. Drake's legal team brought receipts to court, talking about how Not Like Us was played at bar mitzvahs. When they mentioned this, Judge Vargas responded with an interesting bar mitzvah that would play the song, which honestly had me rolling. But the serious point is that this song crossed over into mainstream culture in ways that most rap battle tracks never do. It became an anthem, a cultural moment, and potentially a career-destroying statement all rolled into one. Here's another layer that makes this whole situation even crazier. The judge brought up Kendrick's Super Bowl halftime show performance, and Drake's lawyers argued that UMG republished the material with knowledge when it launched the Super Bowl campaign. Think about it. Kendrick performs at the biggest stage in American entertainment, essentially calling Drake a pedophile in front of 100+ million viewers, and UMG is involved in making that happen. That's not just a rap battle anymore, that's a coordinated character assassination on the world's biggest stage. But wait, there's more. The cover art for Not Like Us literally shows Drake's home with sex offender location tags on it. We're talking about putting a man's actual address out there and marking it as a sex offender location. That's not artistic expression, that's potentially dangerous and definitely defamatory. Legal expert Lawrence Froelich, who was in the courtroom, thinks Judge Vargas is going to deny UMG's motion to dismiss. He believes it's too early in the case, and the judge needs more discovery, more evidence, and more proofs about how people actually interpreted the song. If he's right, this case could go on for years. We're talking appeals all the way to the Supreme Court potentially. And during all that time, the conversation about whether Drake is a pedophile continues in the public discourse. Froelich suggests both sides should settle because this could turn into a legal nightmare that drags on forever. But here's the thing, Drake might not want to settle. If he wins, he could get a massive payout and clear his name legally. If he loses or settles quietly, people might always wonder if there was truth to the allegations. This case could fundamentally change how the music industry handles artist conflicts. If Drake wins, it sets a precedent that record labels have a responsibility to protect their artists from defamatory content, even from other artists on their roster. It also raises questions about the power dynamics between artists and labels. Can your own label essentially allow your destruction for profit? That's what Drake is arguing, and if he's right, it could reshape the entire industry. So there you have it, Drake's at war with Universal Music Group, taking them to court instead of just dropping diss tracks. This legal battle could change hip-hop forever. What do you think? Will Drake win, or is UMG too powerful? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe for updates. Peace out.